Before we get to the movie, Tony, I have another DVD haul to share with you. Criterion had another 50% off sale, and I just couldn't help myself.
Isn't it borderline mischievous how they dangle that carrot out for you, and you're like, you want some more movies, don't you? Don't you, you dirty boy?
Now, I thought I could just show them to you, but maybe we could make this a little more fun.
Ah, a game, you say?
I'm going to give you a single word clue, and you're going to try and guess the movie based on that word.
Oh, God.
The first clue is ear.
Ear?
When I tell you, you're going to kick yourself.
I know.
Blue Velvet.
Oh, of course.
Your next clue? Preacher.
Night of the Hunter.
That's correct.
Yes.
Ooze.
You can't say that word without making me think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze.
That's not on Criterion.
No, you've got me stumped at this point.
The Blob.
Oh, to ooze. Verb.
The word is shamble.
Night of the Living Dead.
No, I'll give you one more guess.
Shamble.
With your first guess, you were on the right track.
Oh.
The movie is I Walked with a Zombie.
Oh, the new Val Lewton double feature.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, the other day, I had quite a score at Goodwill. Normally, I just find garbage there, but I found some good stuff.
Goodwill's been pretty trash lately.
I scored this Man with No Name double feature Blu-ray.
Nice.
I know you love this one. Da-da-da-da-da.
That is my go-to movie every New Year's Eve. It has been for about the last 9 years.
And finally, another great musical comedy, The Blues Brothers.
Is that the, it's got theatrical and extended edition.
Oh, yeah.
So you can watch Dan Aykroyd park the Bluesmobile by a big power transformer because Dan Aykroyd was like, they need to know why the car can do all these amazing things. It's been sucking up power from the Chicago grid.
Yes, you can also watch John Lee Hooker argue with people.
No, I wrote Boom Boom Boom. No, you didn't. It's worth it for that guy who's just, no, you didn't.
I've got a bunch of movies that I've never seen before. None of you know what they are. Every episode I'm going to spring one on you. It might be good, it might be bad. We'll watch it on the old leather couch and then talk about it. Welcome to the basement. Before I show you what movie is in the top secret envelope, I can't help remember one of the last things you said to me when last we met.
I'm going to throw Ghost of the Shell at you.
Put it on
your list. You might just watch it in a basement.
Well, I've decided to take your advice, and we are watching Ghost in the Shell.
Ooh! Nice! Finally, somebody listened to me.
Released in 1995, GITS is based on the popular manga of the same name created by Masamune Shiro. The film was directed by Mamoru Oshii and written by Kazunori Ito. My apologies to Japan for my pronunciation of those names. A reboot of the film came out in 2017 and caused controversy when it cast Caucasian actress Scarlett Johansson in the lead role. SNL still makes jokes about it to this day.
As well they should.
I know this movie is going to give us a taste of Japan, and this gift will also do that same thing.
Oh, it's a pagoda.
A pagoda puzzle.
Turn the layers and tilt the pagoda to move the colored balls until each column is the same color.
Oh, that one will keep you up at night.
Thank you so much for this pagoda. It will be my prized pagoda. A perfectly proportioned possession.
It is my pleasure to present a pagoda to your personage. Enjoy. And I hope you're prepared to enjoy some anime, because we're going to the old leather couch to watch the anime classic Ghost in the Shell.
Shh! Time to put some ghosts in some shells.
This music makes me feel like a lion cub was just born. I swear to God, every person involved in this movie is Japanese. Oh, except for Andy Frame.
Corporate networks reach out to the stars, electrons, and light.
Sam Elliott, you get out of here.
I'm just trying to tell you about the advance of computerization.
I don't need you this
It's
week.
not yet wiped out nations and ethnic groups. It's the year 2029 in the city of Nihama.
I need to ask you about the secret talk scheduled with the Gavel Republic tomorrow.
They're secret.
Well, there's a problem. The leader of the former junta that controlled their country is here seeking political asylum.
The animator took a coffee break for this scene. Just let the background scroll slowly by, and I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Listen, everybody gets hand cramps sometimes.
Major Kusanagi is a cybernetic organism. Wearing sunglasses at night, Corey Hart would approve.
Who works for Security Service Section 9.
which conducts covert operations. Her body, the shell, is a wonder of technological advances, and her brain, the ghost, is like a computer. And these ghosts can get hacked by malicious hackers.
This is the minister's interpreter. 23 minutes ago, her brain was hacked into through a data line. A hacker called the Puppet Master has begun to infiltrate terminals throughout our network.
Brain hackers, hacking that brain.
Brain hackers make you insane. Brain hackers riding a train. Brain hackers.
Brain hackers.
The Puppet Master is bad news, and Section 9 is looking to take him out.
We're Section 9. We'll clean it up. We're the ones who get our hands dirty.
Section 9 for life. Kusanagi is in a van with Togusa. There is someone in a trash collection truck who has been hacked by the Puppet Master.
My wife thinks I'm cheating on her, and she took my daughter. So I'm doing this because this real nice guy I met in a bar said he'd help me hack my problems away.
What's the point in us breaking our butts? Every time we get to the source, they're already long gone.
And then the both of us are butt broken.
Hey, Pop, did you see anyone using the phone over here?
I saw the trash man making a call, so I thought I had enough time to bring my garbage down.
Thank you, Japanese Don Knotts.
Section 9 catches up with the garbage truck.
Patch me target info from the district controlling that truck.
Plug it into my neck holes.
And our hacker guy freaks out.
That guy who helped me, I've got to warn him. Listen, we're gonna have to pass up the next pickup. What?
Or pick up the next pass up. I don't know, I'm confused. Come on, get him, Ghosty. And there's this other guy who could be the Puppet Master. He's got a gun.
He's got that thermoptic camouflage. Our man Bato's got robot eyes. Best in the business. He can track him down, even through a crowded outdoor market.
Fresh fruit, get your fresh fruit. Don't get no fresher than this. Hey, big guy, you like fruit?
Police! Everybody get down!
Everybody, get funky.
Get out of the fucking way!
Yeah, you heard him. Get out of my funky way.
17 watermelons lost their life that day in a brutal fruit market shooting. It's too loud.
Was it a drive-by fruiting? The dude figures he gets away, that it's time for Major Kusanagi to come and kick his butt invisibly.
Hope you like a face plaster and a body slam.
You ever see a man just get flipped through the air? You just did.
You don't tangle with a ghost in a shell. What you thinking?
It's no use arresting me. I'm not talking to any goddamn cops.
And just what are you gonna talk about? You don't even know your own name, you stupid dickhead.
Huh?
That's my name. S. Dickhead. Of the Osaka Dickheads.
The gunman and the garbageman have both been ghost hacked. He's never been married. The memories of a wife and a child are just implants put there to motivate him.
Kusanagi's out for a swim. So is her name Major, or is she a major?
That is her rank. Her first name is Motoko. I know this because I am a nerd.
Kusanagi's first name is Motoko. Bato and Kusanagi relax on a boat. She waxes philosophical about life and cybernetics and cybernetic life. It's all a bit over Bato's head, who he just likes to drink beer and enjoy the ocean. But he's never swam in it.
What's it like to swim in the sea?
I feel fear.
A turtle once looked at me.
Meanwhile, across town, a naked lady is standing in the highway.
Girl, you need to put them titties away.
And gets hit by a truck.
They bring the cyborg into the lab, and what's left is just a torso and a head. These two guys, Nakamura and Dr. Willis, come to visit. They're going to talk to the chief.
We're both busy men, so let's keep this short, shall we?
Yes, that's my intention.
Meh, I'm a goat man. Togusa is suspicious of their visit. Stop looking at me, cars! He does some investigation.
This is Togusa, code 09.
What's up?
Does that Nakamura guy have a special order cyborg body?
Tony, this is a very interesting movie.
Yes, Matt.
Dr. Willis is a cyborg himself. Ooh, I got fancy hands. I'm ready to do some typing. Woohoo! I always get turned on by a high WPM.
Thanks for finding the Puppet Master for us. What?
My codename is Project 2501.
Explosions. Chaos.
Despite not having legs, the Puppet Master escapes from the lab.
What happened?
Gets into a car and drives away. Togusa manages to fire a tracker bullet into the back of the car. Section 6 is shady.
They created Project 2501 to do all their online dirty work, and it got out of hand.
So Section 6 forces the Puppet Master to enter the cyborg butt.
To enter the cyborg butt?
If we grab him now, we'll lose our chance to finger Section 6.
Kusanagi, there's one last thing to tell you.
I love you.
If you're unable to retrieve the Puppet Master, your orders are to destroy it.
We'll just operate our own puppets. It's not that hard. It's fun.
I don't understand anything anymore.
You and me both, brother.
Guitar by Esteban.
Boy, Esteban is really putting his heart into this one. Very moving. Esteban, please. It's too much.
I'll take care of the sedan.
How do you know that's your man? Is there a whisper in your ghost again?
A Whisper in Your Ghost, the new fragrance by Calvin Klein. Kusanagi tracks the Puppet Master to this old area. She thinks this is going to be easy. Puppet Master's just down there in a car. I'm going to go get him. But there's a cloaked tank above the car. That's not something that you can just trifle with. She doesn't even have the proper weapon. She's talking to Bato. He says, get out of there. You can't even shoot a tank. What are you doing? Come on.
A massive firefight ensues. But it's no good. That armor is just too thick.
If I'm going to dismantle this thing, I'm going to do it tits out.
Strategic nudity.
She sees her opportunity. She runs down there.
And she tries to use all her cyborg strength to tear the tank open.
Whoa. That tank is going to grab her by the noggin and crush it to a pulp. But before it can do that, Bato shows up and saves the day with his high-powered gun. They drag the Puppet Master's body out of the car. Kusanagi says, I'm going in.
So they link brains up together.
The Puppet Master says, hey, I got an idea.
I want us to merge.
And we will become a complete being, and we will have cyber offspring, and then we will experience death. What do you say, huh? Oh, Tony, my brain hurts. Helicopters are hovering above watching the whole thing. Laser sights are trained down, and the helicopters strike.
And the last thing she sees is Bato reaching out to try and save her. The end. Or so we think.
Oh, good. I thought the movie was just going to leave us hanging. Sometime later, we find ourselves in the hideout of Bato.
Bato was able to save her ghost.
He has found a black market body for the head of Kusanagi. It's the body of a little girl, which is appropriate because in a way she's been reborn by merging with the consciousness of the Puppet Master. See you later, Bato.
She's going to go out and find her place in the world. Because in her own words,
the net is vast and infinite.
And there is plenty of potential for a ghost finally freed from its shell.
You've been ghosted, my boy.
We did it, Tony.
How about them ghosts in them shells?
How about them?
I was worried for a little bit because I remember when we watched Pistol Opera and you hit a point where you were just like,
This was not as confusing as Pistol Opera and not as confusing as Paprika.
Well, that's good.
I found this a lot more accessible, despite these very long speeches about ideas. And I would never call them boring, but they were long. And the animation in those is so sparse. It's so interesting because so much of the visuals are hyper detailed. Mm-hmm. And then when they're talking, it's just, we are talking now. We are barely moving our mouth. And, it's an obvious choice because it's such a job to animate this whole thing. Like, you're gonna take some shortcuts on scenes that don't need precise animation.
It's very noir framing, though. Like, all those shots are very well composed, even though they are static.
This is the very definition of hard sci-fi. I don't think I've ever seen a movie so devoid of emotional content. And in a way, the Puppet Master seems to be kind of seeking a semblance of an emotional life. Let's merge together and become sort of like humans.
Let's become something new in the way humans merge together and something new comes from them.
In the way that we produce progeny. And typically, in our stories, we want the hero to have some warmth and humanity and relatability, and obviously that's the opposite intent of Major Kusanagi. The animator intentionally made her eyes lifeless, like doll eyes, because he wanted her to seem completely not human. So it's quite a feat for the filmmakers to get us to be invested in this character, and I think one is.
I like the diving bit, especially because it parallels the opening credits and seeing the creation of one of the Megacorp cyborg bodies.
Mimicking her birth.
The day her body was created, and
Sure.
she even says, I can pretend that I'm waking up and surfacing and I'm somebody else.
It's those little touches that give us proxy humanity. This does not feel like it came out in 1995. This feels very modern, particularly the Puppet Master is an AI. So much about the World Wide Web that nowadays is very familiar to us, but back in 95 that was still a new thing.
It was very future prescient. And I love sci-fi when it hits those notes right.
I felt like throughout this, the sound was just as vivid and vibrant as the visuals. The filmmakers, I don't know if it was the director or who, they were so obsessed with, it was probably the sound designer, they were so obsessed with getting things right that they went out with their crew and a bunch of guns and just shot at different things to find out what different sounds made of bullets striking different materials.
The sound got to me at one strange point in the movie that was so real that it caught me off guard. The Major, when she's diving, getting out of the boat, climbing up the ladder, and then sitting on the boat deck in her wetsuit. That's exactly the sound that should make. And I wasn't expecting to hear exactly the sound that should make.
And of course, we can't talk about The Ghost in the Shell without talking about The Matrix.
Oh, definitely
It's an obvious, direct influence. In fact, I believe the Wachowski siblings, this was their pitch for The Matrix. We're going to make this, but live action.
The Matrix still in a lot of ways does not feel like a late 90s.
No, it doesn't. And also, for all of the things that I knock about The Matrix, it doesn't feel like a ripoff of this. It feels like its own unique thing. Obviously, you have a lot of affection for this movie.
I do.
Understandably so. What don't you like about it?
The only thing that I even moderately dislike is the pace. I wish it was a little more balanced. I love all the parts. It's just, it goes from very loud and very action heavy to very quiet and very conversational.
Very conversational, yeah.
But both those bits are good.
It's a little bit of a whiplash.
Just a bit.
The ghost has been put back in the shell, I guess. And it is now time for us to hatch a little something we call Seen It.
Seen It.
Looney Tunes 76, Johnny Dangerously. I seen it, Ma. I seen it.
Seen it, you farragon bastich. I seen it. The mouth on that guy.
This was Amy Heckerling's follow-up to Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I did not realize that.
I did not realize that either. Does it have the longevity or the joke density of a Mel Brooks or a Zucker Brothers film? No, not really. But bastages and ice holes, that will always be funny.
My buddy Chuck in high school is the one who loved referencing this movie. And his favorite bit was, hey, you can't park here. You're not disabled. Sure I am. I'm psychotic. But then he sells the joke with the little placard. The guy going, ooh.
My personal favorite is, no more nodding.
Richard Ives, 4811. Seen It. Get Carter, starring Michael Caine. One of the greatest British films ever made. I have seen it.
I have seen it.
You bastard.
This seems like a clear inspiration for Steven Soderbergh's The Limey.
Very much so.
Really similar story. British gangster goes back to his hometown to investigate the death of his brother and raises all kinds of hell.
Dismal ending, too.
The movie is very lurid even today. It's got everything. It's got pornography. It's got drug use. It's got sex. It's got nudity. Just anything you can imagine. And it seems very much like they were pushing that in 1967 this came out?
Yes, even seeing it today, I think it's still shocking for how laid bare it all is, and how in your face it pushes everything.
Noodle Soup Boop. I just recently watched True Stories for the first time. David Byrne. Would love to hear your thoughts if you've seen it. I'm 6'3" and maintain a very consistent panda bear shape. And I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Yep. I don't care for True Stories. I have to admit, it's a movie I should love, but I don't. I think it's obvious that David Byrne does not have a vision for this. He has a pile of ideas. And he gives this pile to his various collaborators, including Stephen Tobolowsky, Ned Ryerson of Groundhog Day, who was a co-script writer. And he gives this pile of ideas and says, let's make a movie out of this, and we'll see what happens. And that's kind of what happens. It doesn't grab me. Also, Byrne is the narrator, and that seems like a misstep. Because he's... Okay, this is pretty much our town. Look at this town in Texas. Let me show you the various things. Let me show you around. Here's some people. He, as the narrator, he does not have the sort of warmth and charisma to invite you into the movie. And he's not enough of a weirdo to intrigue you. He's just sort of there. And so I found the whole thing starts flat and stays flat.
It's a very deliberate choice, though.
I know.
He doesn't want to be the weirdo.
I know this. I know this.
He wants everyone else to stand out further than him.
If it was up to me, I would have made John Goodman the narrator and the John Goodman character. He's the beating human heart of true stories.
Very much.
The rest of it is just sort of like this collage of oddities. So I would have made him the narrator. I would have had David Byrne play all the roles that required singing. I would have dressed him up in drag for the fashion show and sang his own song. He would have been the preacher in the Puzzle and Evidence number, singing his own song, because we want to hear him sing.
He gives some songs to actual singers.
Pop Staples doing Papa Legba. That's a great number.
The brief bit you hear, I think it's Tito Lavara of Tito and Tarantula singing
Radiohead. Yeah.
I love that version. Tom Florio says, I've seen The Stranger a few times. Have you? Have you seen The Stranger?
I've also seen The Stranger.
I too have seen him.
Okay.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Orson Welles.
The Stranger is really a jewel in the very spotty career of Orson Welles.
It's magnificent how he gets to be just a smooth, charismatic
Nazi in hiding.
He's so smooth and can work a room. But when you get him and he's got no way out, he is a rat in a trap. You get to see it even better in The Stranger, get to see it in The Third Man. Because in there, Carol Reed has got him hiding in the shadows of the Vienna sewer. In this, it is bold noir lighting on him, just showing the noose getting tighter and tighter.
Until he is stabbed by a clock. The speech he gives in The Stranger, the Carthaginian peace speech, gives the cuckoo clock speech from The Third Man a run for its money. It's just a brilliant speech where he's being asked, like, well, what do you think of the Germans? The Germans are monsters. The Germans worship the gods of war, and the only solution is to wipe them off the face of the earth. But you can tell as he's saying this, he's saying the things he admires about his people, not the things that he's condemning them for. And I'm advocating a final solution because that's what we do. That's what we Nazis do. There is a cyber place in cyberspace that you don't have to hack into. Please don't hack into it. I shouldn't have even said that. Just go to our website, welcometothebasementshow.com. You can see all of our episodes there. View them at your leisure and at your pleasure. And there are PayPal donation buttons that you can click on to make a one-time or rolling monthly monetary donation to support Welcome to the Basement, the show that you watch. There are people who make rolling monthly donations. I'm going to single out a couple of them. Eric, Ashton, Natalie, and Kempson. Thanks, guys, and thank you all for your support.
Thank you, you hot, intelligent people, you.
Tony will be here next week to help me unbox all of the envelopes that we have to unwrap.
That's right.
We should call it unwrapping. He'll be there, won't you? Bring back Esteban!
No, one and done. Here's my way.
You don't even know your own name, you stupid dickhead.